It's just different.
And welcome back. It's your boy Dwayne. It is B.A.R Fitness TV or podcast, depends on if you're watching, if you're listening. And we're super excited to come to you again. This is the podcast that I created to document my fitness journey. And that fitness journey includes some awesome people. I won't go into the whole spiel because I'm a part of a program, E2M. And if you listen, you know by now. And in that program, it's an awesome program within itself. But what makes it amazing is the people. And I'm able to bring to you different guests. And this time I have a couple, bringing on some couple action. But I have on none other than the Brothers family. What's up, Chad? What's up, Lisa? How y'all doing?
Easy. How are you?
Hey, Dwayne. Good to see you, brother.
Hey, it's so awesome to see you guys. It's really, really cool because I actually got to meet you in person this past weekend, and the timing is like super dope. Like I actually got to meet someone in person before having them on the screen. That usually doesn't happen. So definitely excited about that. I'm not going to prolong, man. I want to hear you guys' journey. So, ladies first, of course. Lisa, you start off. I always like to hear your fitness journey prior to E2M. And then we'll get into E2M and the shock factor and all of that. So start with you, Lisa, and Chad, jump in right behind it.
I started my fitness journey at 18. I just started working out at 18 and then I went to college, gained 30 pounds, lost it, gained 60, lost it. And I was always on this yo-yo going on. That was been my fitness journey, this yo-yo effect. So I've done Weight Watchers, I've done South Beach Diet, I've done Nutrisystem. I mean, you name it, I've done it. But the thing is that those are not sustainable. I'm able to do it for a little bit, and then I gained the weight back and back and forth. So that's me. I love working out. The working out part has never been an issue for me. The hardest part for me is the diet part. So even when I met Chad, I was about 25 pounds heavier than I am now. And I was like, well, I must have a good personality. So, I mean, I had just had, my son, I was postpartum, I met him, I was heavy. But, I kept trying to lose weight. I kept doing, Weight Watchers, and we did P90X together, and we do all these things. And it almost is like we do these bad things, it was never really this lifestyle for us. And then, Chad, I'll let him talk about his story. But when I started, or when I saw E2M, I had done a travel nursing assignment. And so I left my family for 4 months and I went to a city about 3 hours away. I would come home every once in a while to see my family. But when you're not living at home, and I was working 50 hours a week. I was working in the midst of COVID in an ICU, a lot of stress. I ate grab and go foods and I put on, about 15 pounds. Came home and I would be like, it's Texas, it's 105 degrees in the summer, literally wearing sweatpants outside, watching my kids in the pool. And he's like, what is wrong with you? Aren't you hot? And I'm like, I'm hot, but I'm not going to show off these legs, So that's what did it for me. Like I gained all this weight just from, this work gig that I took. And he's been kind of up and down since we met with his fitness journey prior to each
other. I think for me, I was an athlete from the time I was 5 years old up until playing football my freshman year in college, and probably similar to you because I've kind of seen your story. And, I think once athletics were taken away from me from an injury, I didn't know what to replace that with.
Yep.
And there was just that emptiness and really, if I'm perfectly honest, some resentment that I didn't know what to do with. And, so I was very inactive. And probably a year or two before I met Lisa, I started to kind of get back into shape. This was 2008, 2009. So I started running, and I hate running, like with a passion. But for whatever reason, I started running, and I had this pain in my foot, and I just kind of put up with it. Kept running. And finally somebody came in to where I was working, and I started talking to them, and they were like, "You have plantar fasciitis." And I was like, "Oh." So anyway, long story short, I put up with it. I had surgery. Then I got it in the other foot. And, you know, I probably went from 220 to 30, and I probably put on 5 or 10 pounds a year.
Right.
Did a bunch of different things, and obviously none of them worked, or we wouldn't be sitting here talking. And still, once again, very inactive, just because my feet hurt. I bought a Peloton 4 or 5 years ago. Well, that turned into a clothes hanger, basically, because I just didn't have the desire to work out. And then Lisa brought the E2M concept to me, and
yeah, I saw a friend of mine from college post it. And she's like, you're looking to lose weight. I lost 2 sizes in 8 weeks. And I'm like, really? Just scrolling. And then next day, her post popped up again. And I was like, yeah. Kept scrolling. Then it popped up again the next day. And I was like, okay, I got to see what's up. So then I went to him, and like I said, I was miserable in my skin. None of my clothes fit.
I just bought new clothes once I knew the next size. But anyway.
That's what you would do. So I went to him and I was like, hey, my friend did this. Basically, it's clean eating and exercise. What do you think? And he was like, you really think you can clean eat? Because that was my problem. Like, that's my, right. Like, I ate like a toddler prior to E2M, like PBJ. Every Easter, I eat like a couple of Cadbury cream eggs every day. So
she lived off of sugar.
Yeah, that's my thing. I'm an addict.
I get it.
And,
I can relate.
Yes, see? And he said, let's talk about this in a couple of days. And I was like, all right. So I went back to my room because in the evenings we separated. Like he would stay in the living room and watch his shows. I'd go to the bedroom because I'm so miserable in my skin and I didn't want to be anywhere except for in my bed watching TV and scrolling my phone. And I went back to my room and I was like, fine. A couple of days later, and I saw the sign-up date's approaching. So I went back out to the living room a couple of nights later and I'm like, I'm signing up for this. Are you going to sign up with me? Because, spouses were free.
Yeah.
And he was like, just sign me up. I think at this point, he's just like, whatever, just do whatever.
Well, if we're perfectly honest, I didn't think she could stick with clean eating for more than 7 to 10 days. So I was just kind of going along with it to be the good husband, even though I needed it way more than she did.
The funny thing is, he said that when I came to him with this, he said I was literally Googling quick ways to lose weight.
Probably a week or two before. Yep.
So we were kind of on the same page. Yeah, we were both miserable.
Wow.
We were tired. I mean, tired all the time. We got small kids. We ate like crap. I mean, to be honest with you, last night's Jeff's live last night, he was like, think about where you were the day before you started.
Yes.
And I looked at him and I go, I was scared.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was really scared. I was like, am I even going to be able to do this?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, it's funny you brought that up because I remember, the day before thinking like, is this going to be another failed attempt, Because like we've all said, we've tried so many things, it's like, is this going to be something that I regret that I paid for or, something like that. So that's amazing. That's amazing. So let's talk about, okay, we're past the day before. Now we're in the program, your first round. Let's talk about your first round, like getting adjusted, detoxing, talk about that whole experience. Yeah, Miss Sugar Addict. Let's talk about that.
Oh my gosh. So since we've been married, he's always told me I eat horribly. You have a bad diet. You have a bad diet. I'm like, you're the one gaining all this weight, you know? I'm like, who has the bad diet? You know, I'm able to kind of maintain a little bit. Anyway.
Discipline. He's got more discipline, for sure.
Detox week was hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was sick on day 2 or 3. I had the chills. I was so tired. I was chill, but I was nauseous. I had a headache. I mean, wow. I felt like I had the flu or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him that, and he was like, "That's because you're eating all that bad food. That just shows you what you've been eating." And I was like, "I got you, dear. I got you." And he's just like going along because he actually ate decent. He just ate a lot of it. So detox week was, I still pushed through, you know, I still did my workouts. I still drink my water. I didn't not do anything. I still did it, even though I felt horrible.
Right.
Because that's what they said, you know, eat a fruit. I ate a fruit. I put peanut butter on my fruit. By day 5, I felt like a whole new person. Yep. Whole new. Like I haven't felt like this since I was in my 20s. And it was amazing. And I said, even if the program doesn't work, I'll do it just because of the way I feel.
Mm-hmm.
But detox week, and I always warn people about detox week, like, don't give up. Like, do not give up. This too shall pass.
Yes.
It's just your body adjusting to what you're supposed to be getting. I mean, this is, I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah. What about you, Chad?
I mean, I just remember that first circuit trying to do jumping jacks for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And these just shooting pains in my quads.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was crazy. I was like, wow, this is pathetic. I am so out of shape. This is sad. But
and our planks, you know, when we both did planks, we were on our knees.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So, you know, but that first round, we didn't join a team. This was the team right here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This beautiful young lady right here, this was the team.
Mm-hmm.
And we did every workout to a T as hard as we could. We followed the meal plan. We sure as heck enjoyed our celebration meals.
Oh, yeah.
Hardcore. But, I mean, I lost 34.5 pounds.
Nice.
Lisa lost exactly what she wanted to lose. And it's just been a beautiful journey ever since.
Awesome. Good stuff. Yeah, that similar, man, with me and my wife, you know, that first round, it was just us and you know, thinking about the planks. I remember being in the silver sauna suit and my arms sliding in the planks, and I'm thinking like, okay, like, here we go. Here's something else I'm horrible at. Like, so I know exactly where you were mentally, because I think I was in the exact same place. So one of the wonderful things about this program, and man, I think we might have personified it this past weekend, is the relationships that you build. So let's talk about that. It was Team Brothers round 1. Let's talk about after you got acclimated and started connecting, and how did that play out?
I started posting first, just because I just like posting. Nobody really liked anything. I may have had like 2 here, 3 here, 4 here, but I just post because it made me feel like, you know, I'm keeping myself accountable. He doesn't do social media. Like, he doesn't do anything on his own social media. Like, I knew he wasn't going to participate. I just knew, because he doesn't do social media. He has an Instagram account, doesn't do anything with, like, nothing. And then all of a sudden he's at work and I'm at home, and I see him post and he doesn't take selfies either. He posted a selfie of himself in a suit at work. And I was like, who is this
Coach Jeff
guy? And I was shocked. And then first I knew, okay, this dude's all in now. Like, he's all in. He's taking selfies. He's posting it. And so I was like, okay, he likes seeing what he sees. And then not that much later, he posted another selfie. And I'm like, who are you? You know? And I will tell you, like when we recruit people into this program, I always say go 100%. I'm gonna tell you something. 100% also means participating.
Yes.
You will get into this program, or get out of this program what you put in. If you put 100%, meaning also posting, you will get 100% back. I mean, minimum. And then we started engaging. I think I started engaging first with some of the people just because I was more, social. And then he started getting this following,
Mm-hmm.
and like we found our tribe here.
Yep.
We've never even met these people. Like never met. Like it is the most bizarre thing. And we talk to them every day. We post on each other. He's got, his, people that, some people, I know them through him, which I'm like, I was here first, but and they motivate us.
Yeah. And, I was always taught growing up that you want to hang around people that are better than you, smarter than you, harder workers than you. Put yourself in better company, right?
Yep.
And, my kind of even going back to the first round, I was watching Holy. I was watching you. I was watching Joseph, Romeo. You guys were like, and I was telling Polly this the other day, y'all were like the seniors in high school, and I was the freshman or the sophomore looking up to you guys. And you were motivating me, showing me really what was in my future.
Yep.
And that was that I could see the vision of, if I stick with this, this is where I'm going to be.
Yep.
And so, I wanted to be a drip king, just like you guys. Man. I wanted to bust my tail. And you guys served up more motivation and leadership and guidance to me than you'll ever know. So I thank you for that.
Wow.
Like Coach Jeff, I mean, I know he knows what he's created, but does he really know what he's created? Like I told
he has an idea.
I'm like, do you know what you've done for us?
Mm-hmm.
Like you created something here that you can't get. I mean, we've worked with personal trainers and this and that. I mean, we have this group of people that motivate us every single day. Today, I didn't feel good. I felt like crap this morning. And you look on that page and you're like, I'm going to do my thing. This is where the discipline takes place. I'm going to do my thing because if so-and-so can do it and so-and-so can do it, it's my turn.
Yep.
And that's what this group provides. And then you meet them. And that's a whole nother ball game.
Right.
Man, this weekend was
magical. Nothing short of magical.
And the coaches, like they pour everything into us. It's just, I mean, there's no words that can express how much I tell them all the time, thank you, but I can't fully express to them how grateful we are for what they've done for us.
For sure. That is awesome. So, I remember Chad, you reached out. He was like, man, what round are you on? I was like, seconds. Like, for real? Oh man, we about to get to work. I was like, yes, I got another one. And now you've been killing. Like I just check Instagram and like those that are listening, those that are watching, Chad literally burns through thousands of calories on that bike. That bike is no longer a clothes hanger. It is war slam out. I love it, man. Every time I see it, it gets me excited because I go back to that inbox, man, when like you said, you saw what the potential was, and that's always a an honor, and that's the main reason why I post as much as I do. That's the main reason why I have this podcast, because you know, like you guys said, it has changed our lives, and we just want so many people to be healthy, man. So definitely. And I also have to shout you out, Chad, man. You rocking my gear. So those on YouTube, make sure you check out the Bar Fit gear, man. Chad representing. But no, this is really cool. So before we get out, I always love to kind of conclude the show, give you an opportunity to speak to someone that's outside the wall of E2M. What will be your words of encouragement? What will be your words to them to get them to join? Because signups are April 28th. How would you address those folks?
I mean, for this, if anyone's looking for a transformation, I mean, this is not for us. This is not just in a physical transformation.
Mm-hmm.
Our entire lives have changed inside and out, mentally, emotionally, I mean, spiritually, everything. Like, we are completely different people. And this, you know, spouses are free. I get it. This accountability, you're not going to find anywhere else.
That's true.
And what it has done for our marriage, like, we always had a good marriage, but man, it is on another level now because of, you know, we have this in common. This is, you know, before it was like our kids are in common or whatever. Right. This is our thing. Like, our marriage is on the next level. So if someone's looking just for a whole body transformation, this is where to come. I came here to lose weight. That's it. I came here to lose some pounds. And then we gained not just we gained a family. I gained inner strength, mental strength, physical strength. I mean, even our kids recognize it. So this is probably one of the best decisions that we've made since we've been married, honestly, which is weird to think.
And, you know, the biggest thing I would say is anybody can do this. Yes. People, and I've had friends join, I've had family join, and you know, the people we talk to, it's like, well, there's maybe I'll do it next round, or I don't know about the diet, or can I look at the meal plan? Anybody can do this.
Yep.
This is the simplest program that produces the most amazing results. It will blow your mind, from 18 to 80 plus. From whatever physical background you're dealing with today, you can do this. And we're here to help you do it.
I love it. I love it. Thank you guys again for coming on the show. My family, much love to you guys. You know, it's so awesome to get to share stories, especially with couples, man, because there's a lot of couples that are listening to do it together, and to see you guys do it together. Definitely hats off to you guys. Shout out to everybody listening and watching on Facebook Live. Thank you guys for tuning in as well. And we always close the show the same way. 1 Timothy 4:8. Make sure you remember, physical fitness is great, but we also have to take care of our spiritual body. So until next time, God bless.
It's just different.